We're just starting in a few minutes.
Dr. Saab, I think we should start it now, sir.
You can get started. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So boardroom, please start the process.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to technical session 2 of the roundtable on exporting
Recording in
skilled
progress.
healthcare workforce from India to overseas for meeting global skill shortages, where we have speakers, employers, and training agencies from United Kingdom and Germany. The guest speakers for this technical session will be Marcus Aust, Senior Consultant, iMove, Training Germany, Miss Jeannie Paget, International Recruitment Manager, NHS UK, Miss Zita Resler, Director, QAI UK, Mr. Peter Wood, Head of Operations, ECCTIS Limited, UK, Mr. Nico Phillips, Group Director, International Activate Learning, United Kingdom, Dr. Neil Cunningham, Medicine Doctor, University Hospitals of Northern Hampshire, Mr. Charles Taylor, Taylor and Taylor Group, UK, Miss Linda Olknich, Director of EU India Consulting, EUIC, Germany, Mr. Ronald Henold, Medicus, Cottbus, Germany, Mr. Arun Shukla, Founder, CEO, BSI Group of Companies, India. Now I would like to invite Dr. Sandeep Singh Kaura, Advisor, Government of Punjab, Skill Development and Technical Education.
Yeah, thank you very much. Esteemed speakers in this technical session 2, dear students, faculty members from various healthcare institutions, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, a very Warm good afternoon to one and all present here, and I wish you a International Women Day. This session which we are organizing, this is the second session for a roundtable, which is around exporting skilled workforce from India to the overseas, and for meeting the skilled labor shortages. So that's the theme of this roundtable, for which this roundtable is being organized. And this roundtable had three sessions, planned 3 technical sessions, and one inaugural session. So one inaugural session we had in the morning, which was chaired by our Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab, and he delivered the inaugural address and had participation from the officials of the Government of India, Government of the State, Government of Punjab, the officials of the various High Commission, embassies of these foreign countries, 6 foreign countries, which we are focusing today for this roundtable: the Singapore, Germany, Australia, Canada, UK, and Japan. These 6 countries are the focus country for this roundtable, and we had senior officials from all these countries participating in the inaugural sessions. So this is our second session, which is primarily focused on the Germany and UK for this roundtable. So as I said, this roundtable is on the skilling young workforce of India in India itself for meeting the overseas requirements. So that's the thought process. And if we look at currently India's young workforce, young population, we are a country with large number of young people. We are a country which is in a position to supply young workforce to the foreign countries after meeting its own requirement, as per the study and the report published by BCG Group. Also, we are a country where working age population, which is between 15 to 59 years, is going to increase from 63% to 68% by 2030. So if you see all that, shows that India has a surplus young workforce. So that is one key area. That is why the whole world is looking at us. Whole world is perceiving India as a skill capital of the world for supplying the young workforce, particularly in the healthcare, to meet the global skill shortages. So that is a thought process for this roundtable, that how we should evolve and design a sustainable model of skilling young workforce in India in collaboration with the foreign countries. We don't know what is required in Germany. We don't know what is required in UK, but what we want is we may enter into an agreement, a government to government agreement, which is already entered in between Government of India and Government of United Kingdom. G2G agreement is already there, wherein, under that agreement, NHS is given the mandate to identify skilled workforce in India, and how that can can take care of the skill shortages in the United Kingdom. Similarly, German to UK, German to India MOU is in process. Japan to India is already signed up. In Punjab, if I talk about, there is a province to province agreement also. We have signed, Government of Punjab has signed an MOU with Government of Alberta in Canada. Similarly, we have signed MOU with British High Commission. So the thought process is that let the foreign countries under this G2G model set up a robust model wherein we, in India, we can skill our workforce in collaboration with the agencies, training agencies, certification bodies, and employers from the foreign countries. So that's the main theme for our roundtable. And I, on the behalf of the Government of Punjab, which is organizing this summit, this roundtable in collaboration with the Indian School of Business, Mohali, which is a renowned B school, and LAMRIN Tech Skill University, which is a first skill university in Punjab. So this roundtable is being organized, and this is first time when all stakeholders are participating. As I said in the morning, we had Chief Minister, we had Government of India senior officials in the inaugural session, Government of Punjab officials, and the principals and the faculty were there in the inaugural session. In this session, we have students with us. So if we look at student participation, faculty participation in this roundtable is making this roundtable a very, very different one, so that we, with the participation of all stakeholders together, we can evolve a model, we can get the inputs from all the section of the society and build a strong model around it. So I welcome all these team speakers to be with us. As has already been introduced by the team here, Mr. Marcus Ost from iMove is with us, and iMove is a federal agency of Germany, and he's heading that iMove initiative, and iMove is doing a very good initiative with India, and we in Punjab also have started dialogue with iMove for setting up a mechanism there. We have Miss Jenny she's the international recruitment manager from NHS. I welcome Jenny to in this second session of roundtable. Miss Jita Wrestler is there. She's the director QAI UK, and she is representing a known certification body from UK. And we welcome Jita here in this roundtable. We have Mr. Peter Wood, head of operation from ECC Actis Limited UK. And we welcome Peter to this session today. Nico Philip from Activate Learning. We welcome you, Nico, to this session. And we look forward for your input here in this roundtable, where we have stakeholders from the faculty, from the students. You can see about 520 participants are there in this session. They are mostly students and the faculty from the various institutions. Dr. Neil is there he's a medicine doctor from UK. We welcome Dr. Saab here in this roundtable. We also welcome Mr. Charles Teller from Teller and Teller Group, UK. Welcome here to this roundtable. We have Ms. Linda she's a director of EU India Consulting. Linda, we are here to hear your views today. And since you have been working with us very closely, so we look forward for your input and how students can get benefit out of it. So that's the thought process around it. Mr. Ronald from Medicus, Cottbus, Germany. We welcome Mr. Ronald to this session, and Mr. Arun Shukla from BSL Group for this roundtable. So I welcome all these teamed speakers and welcome students from students who have registered. I can see 505 participants, mostly students and the faculty, and they are very eager to hear the speakers. And we welcome you all to this session. I also welcome Professor Chandan Chaudhary from Indian School of Business, who will be moderating this session. We want to make this session very interactive. I would request students to only type in chat box the relevant question. Please do not type anything irrelevant. Since this is a government program, we are watching it. If anything else is written, that will not be allowed here. So please be focused, talk to the speakers, ask questions. We want to make it more interactive. And Dr. Chandan Chaudhary will definitely, make it more interesting. So over to Dr. Chandan Chaudhary from Indian School of Business, a senior professor, and he is always there to, support such initiative. We are very thankful to Professor Chandan Chaudhary for being with us. Over to Professor Chandan Chaudhary.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep. Esteemed speakers and esteemed faculty, professors, teaching staff from different institutions, and experts from different parts of the world, and my dear students, right? I would like to share with you that we had a very engaging 2 sessions, morning onwards. First was the inaugural ceremony, which was for about 90 minutes, followed by technical session 1, where we looked at Japan, Australia, Singapore as countries of destination. And we looked at how these countries of destination could collaborate with countries of origin, yeah, and probably create a healthcare workforce, both in terms of number and quality. One thing is very clear: during pandemic, world has realized the importance of healthcare workforce, and we need to now collaborate to really see how do we ensure that in future pandemic and in general, the health system of people improves. So our technical session 2, our focus is United Kingdom and Germany. We want to do deep dive as far as these two countries are concerned. We want to look at it from two different perspectives. Number one, United Kingdom and Germany as a destination. So country of destination. Other is how these two countries of destination can collaborate with country of origins like India to jointly create healthcare workforce, not only in high number, but also high quality, which could serve United Kingdom, Germany, and probably also other countries in the world. Because we have seen during pandemic that no matter a person is unwell in which part of the world, the rest of the world has the risk of getting impacted. So that's the overall vision. And since we have a large number of students connected, we made an attempt in the first session to actually do a poll. And we want to try it out now. I'm sure there are a couple of hundreds of people. And I think, if we are able to run this poll, it would make a lot of difference, because experts who are attending this session from, let's say, UK or from Germany, they'll be able to see the students' aspirations, students' preferences. So Sandeep, I would like you also to explain in the local language that we would like only the students to participate in this poll, only the students. We want the experts, professors, faculty to actually listen to the voice of the students. So Sandeep, if you could explain to everybody that they have to go to this www.menti.com. So they can pick up their smartphone.
Can you share your screen? We are not able to see the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you can't see?
Oh, not yet, sir.
Okay. Okay. I'll be able to. Dr. Sandeep, can you see my screen?
I'm not able to. Is Arun, can you see the screen?
I can
Arun?
see that, sir. I can see that.
So,
Okay. All right.
Arun can
Okay.
see it.
Okay, fine. Can you explain to the students that they have to go to
Dr. Saab, I think now here I can't see any language barrier here. Students have not written anything. I think you can explain it. If anybody will say any language problem, then I'll pitch in it. Dr. Saab, you can go ahead with
Okay. Can somebody confirm that they're able to see my screen?
Can you see the screen?
Not right now, sir.
Not right now.
Right now, no? Yeah, I'm also.
Okay. I would like somebody to confirm once you are able to see the screen, and no,
Yes,
are you able to
yes.
see?
Yes, we
You
can
can
see
see?
that. Yes, we can.
Okay. So my request to the students is that you need to go to your smartphone, open up on your browser what you see in the second line, www.menti.com. Please type that out, and then I will tell you what should be the pin. This will not be the pin. You will have a different pin, and let me just probably show you where you go. And so let me just present this. Okay. Share the screen. Are you able to see my screen? Are you able to
Yes.
see my screen? Yeah.
Yes, sir, we can see.
We can see that.
You can see those questions. There is a question. Can you see the question?
Yes, we
Yes.
can see that.
Okay. So if you are able to see the question, I would like you to type in this code 97942005. Students, Dr. Sandeep, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see, sir. We can see.
Can you explain to them also in local language that they need to go to this on the top, go to www.menti.com, and the system will ask for a code, which is written at the top, 97942005. I can see we have 8 smart students. They have already connected. Number is going up to 12. I would like the number at least to cross, 70, 80. Yes, Sandeep, would you like
Yeah,
to
thank
take
you.
the
Yeah,
students?
I would मैं सारे बच्चों ਨੂੰ जो स्टूडेंट्स ने काइंडली ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ www.menti.com ਖੋਲੋ ਐਂਡ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖੋਲੋਗੇ ਤੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨੇਅਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੋਡ ਮੰਗੇਗਾ ਕੋਡ ਇਜ਼ 97942005 ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਇਹ ਬੜਾ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜੋ ਥਾਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਲੇਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ www.menti.com ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਜੋ ਕੋਡ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕੋਡ ਦਿਓ ਐਂਡ ਉਹ ਕੋਡ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਆਨਸਰ ਇਟ ਸੋ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਡ ਹੈ ਕਾਈਂਡਲੀ ਗੋ ਟੂ ਦੀ menti.com www.menti.com fill a code 97942005 and all of you should fill. Just take a minute. It will take just a minute. You'll see, all this because that data will be very pertinent for the speakers to see who all are there. We can see 465 students are there. तो बच्चे आप टाइप ना करके अपने चैट बॉक्स में टाइप ना करो आप इसी menti.com पे जाके टाइप करो menti.com पे टाइप करिए एंड शो इट डॉक्टर साहब वेरी वेरी if you look at बहुत अच्छा नंबर जा रहा है I think you can see to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just wanted to share with the speakers, esteemed speakers, that we are just going to have probably another 4 questions. And one of them is going to be about what are the aspirations of the students who are connected. So it will give you an idea about what are the preferred country of destinations. And you are seeing it online. You will be soon. I would get to that. I wanted the number of students to a little bit go up, but what you see dynamically on the screen, reflecting 149, 150. So already more than 150 students have participated. In fact, the next 4 questions are going to be extremely interesting. I want to share, that Dr. Sandeep and me, along with the academic institutions in the business of healthcare, those who are creating healthcare workforce, certifying agencies, foreign institutions, organizations which are coming from other countries like Australia, UK, from Germany, and from Canada, and wanting to partner with India to create infrastructure in India, to create healthcare workforce in India for their country as well as for other countries. So we are going to collect that data from thousands and thousands of students and thousands of academic institutions. And we'll be sharing the findings with the expert. I go to the next question, Sandeep.
Yeah, please, sir. Yeah, students are asking for next question. Please, sir.
So if you look at the next question, right? Our next question is, from where do you want to pursue your career? Is it from India or is it abroad, right? So what is very interesting is at this point of time, you can see that India and abroad, how the numbers are going up or down,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Sandeep, would you like to make any comment on what you are seeing dynamically?
I can see now the number started with India, but now it is, you see the bar has gone very high in abroad. So most of the youngsters, they want to go abroad. So I think it's good for speakers, that most of them are very keen to go to abroad, and
Correct.
they want them a good career, they want to see a career. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dr. Sandeep is like the election results. Day after tomorrow, Punjab's election results will be coming.
I can see.
In fact, in
you
next
are giving
one,
us, you
next-
are giving
yeah.
us that feeling only, Doctor. That feeling
next-
which we have to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, the next question is going to be about countries. So, and I think we also see, I do not want to make any comments and make people biased, but I think there is also a need for perception management. Different countries also probably need to do some perception management. So I can see 174 students have already participated. Number is going up, and the number of people who aspire to go abroad, those numbers are really going up. So in terms of ratio right now, overseas winning versus India as a destination for pursuing the career. Can I go to the next question?
WhatsApp, just hold for a while, because students are writing in the chat box. So we want to again mention to them, student, please log in on to www.menti.com. Screen pe aap dekhiye and use the code 97942005. Don't write in the chat box. Please wahan jaiye so that your views can be captured there in the questionnaire. आप लोग जो बच्चे, मैं पंजाबी में भी बोल देता हूँ, जो बच्चे थे आना चाहते ने वो एक बार अपना www.menti.com पे जाके ओपन करके कोड डालन 97942005 एंड राइट योर आंसर. आप चैट बॉक्स में ना लिखिए, डोंट राइट इन द चैट बॉक्स. यस, ज्वाइन वेबसाइट www.menti.com आपने लिखा हुआ है, चैट बॉक्स में भी किसी ने डाला है, गूगल पे जाके और वहां जाके कोड डालिए. वेरी इजी. It will be good for the speakers to see what you want, and then we will have a discussion around it. Yeah, Dr. Saab, please move to.
I can go to the next question. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is very interesting, right?
Very interesting.
Which is your preferred destination? Is it Germany? Is it UK? Is it Singapore? Is it Australia?
Slide, Dr. Saab, this slide is giving a real feeling of elections.
Yeah. That's true.
No, election results are there. I can see all, Yeah. So all students, please go to the site, because we have 446. Only, sir, couple of been around 200 are participating, but 248 are not. Please, all of you, please go to the www.menti.com. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੋ ਸਮਾਰਟਫੋਨ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ, ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਭਰੀਏ. UK is ahead than Germany. Dr. Saab?
Yeah,
Arun is looking at. Arun, look at.
Very closely. Me, Linda.
I think you need to, invest a lot in, in spreading this awareness, isn't it?
Yes.
But you are better than Gulf and Japan and Singapore.
Yes, I
Still,
think
you are better.
better.
Yeah.
More importantly,
can I go to the next question or stay?
Yeah,
for
please,
2
sir.
more minutes?
Sir, please. Please go, sir.
Okay. So the next question is reasons to go to your preferred destination. Is it monetary benefit? Or is it you have relatives? Others can mute, okay? Or is it because favorable culture of the country towards migrant? Or is it because of better quality of life? Or is it because of limited job and growth opportunities in India? Or is it because of better healthcare infrastructure in foreign countries? In fact, Dr. Sandeep, you can see that the results are very interesting. Can I go to the next question?
Please.
So, Dr. Sandeep, also, maybe when you are not speaking, you may need to mute. And similarly, when I don't speak, I need to mute. Can I go to the next question?
Yeah,
We
please, sir.
already
Please,
have.
please go.
So one interesting thing is that you find there are many people who are thinking about going abroad because of better healthcare infrastructure in foreign countries. Well, you also have a large number of people. If you really look at statistics of maybe, if you say the surplus workforce in India overall, not only healthcare, it must be in excess of 50 million. And if you look at global shortage, will be a number similar to this number. So I think it's not about brain drain, but it's about brain exchange. If the country of destination and country of origin can collaborate, collaboration in real sense, wherein country of destination partnered with India or other similar country of origins, create healthcare training and skilling infrastructure. I think it could be a win-win model. And this would help not only country of origin, but also country of destination. So, so these were a couple of things I thought of sharing. I go back to my original slide that we were discussing. Are you able to see my pie chart, Dr. Sandeep? Do you see a pie chart? No? Do you see on the screen a pie chart?
I can see,
Yeah.
sir.
Now, I wanted to, that this insight is for the experts from UK and Germany. Recently, we did a study, me and Dr. Sandeep, we did some research. 3 colleges in Canada got blacklisted, not bankrupt. They got bankrupt. During pandemic, they asked students to join courses online. Many of them were told they have got multiple visa, a concept that we did not hear before pandemic. So many of these students made payment, signed up for the course, did the course maybe for 10 months. And when you look at the population, both male and female, today is an International Women's Day. And I want to share, we had more than 54% of this population of students, they are female. And what happened to them? They signed up for courses, they paid money, and these colleges became bankrupt. And when we did a study to figure out what kind of courses they wanted to do for which they signed up and paid, highest number of people are for diploma, followed by post-graduation, then undergrad, then postgraduate diploma, then post-graduation. And then you had a few of them were for graduate course or degree courses. So this gives you, those experts who are connected on the call from UK and Germany, you get a feel of that distribution. Now then, what happened to them? On a fine day, the colleges became bankrupt. And we made an attempt to study because many of the students were advised by those colleges to do online courses. The highest percentage of students were doing online courses. This is what was advised to them. And then you find, followed by, also you had people who went to Canada. Now let's go to the next thing. We wanted to know what was the sources of fund. When Dr. Sandeep and me, we actually interacted with the students virtually, several hundreds of them. And in the sample, I'm showing you 177 data point analysis of 177 students who had signed up for courses in Canada and made their payment. You find highest number of them exhausted the parents' savings, but some of them savings plus funds arranged by parents through money lenders at high interest. Many parents mortgaged their land to help invest in children's education. And I think it's very important. We talk about how to create a model, which is a win-win model between country of origin and country of destination, wherein students do not become victim of such situation. So Dr. Sandeep, over to you. And I was thinking that probably we could open up the forum and maybe we can hear a few comments from Mr. Marcus Ost, if you are there. You are senior consultant from IMOV from Germany. Would you like to share your thoughts?
Hello.
Over to you, Marcus. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, Marcus,
We can hear
we can hear you, but your voice
Yes.
is not proper.
Okay, we will make the solution for that. Is it much better right now?
Yes, yes,
Oh.
better.
We have an echo here. Start. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm really surprised about the previous speakers and all the presentations. Again, a lot of congratulations to the performance on this day. I would like to provide some insights from the German healthcare system, just to let you know about our system a bit, to introduce a bit closer. And maybe there are some insights which might be useful for you to think about to choose Germany as a destination. So if you're talking about healthcare system, I would like to provide a definition of our healthcare system. So, and it might be interesting for you that we are understand on the healthcare professions that it includes all professions that have to do with health in the broadest sense. So we have approximately a lot of professions in Germany who's providing healthcare. So that's good to know that we have a lot of different professions which are regulated or not regulated. So, and that we have to divide it into two groups. Okay. So the range of medical professions in the health sector is very broad in Germany. So the professions can be divided into different occupational groups, such as, for example, nursing, physician assistant, therapy, or emergency medical service. There's also a big demand on all of them. So I would like to highlight that from the beginning on. I would like to mention that we have a high demand on all these sectors and groups. So depending on the occupational group and the specific training, there's a focus of the medical expertise is distributed differently. So let me start with, I've chosen the three sectors, and the main big sector is the nursing sector. So here I think a lot of students are already nurses, and so I saw it in the chat. So the nursing professions includes actually nurses, midwives, and also the elderly care. So in this field, the people are taking care for sick people, people with disabilities, and senior citizens. So you have to know that if you're working in a geriatric care, so we are expecting from the students sometimes a different approach of what you're expecting or what you're doing in other countries. So I give you an example, on geriatric nurse and elderly care. The employees are, or the staff is doing actually home care. So they're doing actually everything with foreign people. So that means that you have to know it before. So the training for professionals in the field of nursing takes place in vocational schools for sure in Germany. The training duration is 3 years. So in a couple of years before, the education has changed drastically. So we had former education for nurses, we had a training for geriatric care, and we had also a training for pediatric care. So now since 2020, we took all these three together professions, and now we have a generalistic approach. So we have only one training at the moment for nurses, and it is better for us because within the first year, the trainees, the students can decide in which sector they would like to go. So next slide. Okay, then as an example, we have the medical assistants as well. So that's also a profession in the healthcare system. They are actually indispensable part of the doctor's practice. So they're working very close together. So they're doing actually scheduling appointments, quality assurance, and billing for health, something like that. So they have a broad, besides of the physiology of the profession, that also a training in economy and administrative business. So medical assistants can be found in doctor surgeries, dentists, veterinary surgeries, or in hospitals. So then we have a third sector, that's the therapy sector. So people who work in this field of therapy includes actually physiotherapists, occupational therapists, and speech therapists. I don't know exactly the translation from all the countries, but you get, I'm sure you know what I mean. So they ensure that complaints are elevated and illnesses are cured. They're training for therapeutic, it means non-medical professions take place in vocational schools also, that mostly private institutions, so you have to pay a fee. And possible employers for therapy professions are nursing homes for the elderly, special schools, hospitals, and there's also, very often an option of a self-employment. So, and very important to highlight the emergency medical service, because this is also my background, just to let you know. So I'm a paramedic since 20 years in Germany. There's a high demand also on this profession. So there's also a lot of changes in the past of the training. So we had former a 2 years training. Now it's also a vocational training within 3 years. So you have to go to a school, and the school has a partnership with a rescue station. That is what we are understanding on our vocational system in Germany. So they both parties collaborate and they pay the fee together for the participants to absorb the training. And here for providers of the medical services, it means the Red Cross for sure, you know the Red Cross, and some other parties. So, and that might be interesting for you, just because that's the sense of the conference here. So just to highlight the number, what is marked here in yellow, is the demand and the need on healthcare and social professions in Germany is at the moment 5. That's a statistic from last year, on nearly half a million people. So that means if you go to the statistics in Germany, we're expecting a need on health, on nurses, not only on nurses, up to 2035, up to 500,000 staff. So you can imagine that we are facing challenges in the next years, in the next decades. And that is not only an effect of the pandemic. We have that effect since years, and that will be increasing. And the pandemic has shown and reinforced that need drastically.
Sure.
So, and there's just a link just to let you know if you are interested in to start a training or education in Germany, any kind of sector. It's the best you do it on a very coordinated way. And I give you just a hint on the link of a government institution called Life in Germany. So, and they will provide you all the information you will need. Are you interested in? And what you need to start a training in Germany if you are a foreigner. And I saw the statistics, very interesting. The destination where you would like to work. And I see German is not on the highest rank. And I get the point that the language could be a challenge for every student to work abroad, especially in Germany, because we are expecting that the people are speaking the German language, and that might be much easier to go abroad to countries where
Mark, may I request? I think we'll have a lot of questions.
Yes, for sure. So I'm closing to the end.
Because they are, let's pick up some candidates' questions also, and I think that will make the session more interesting. I think it's really good. I move.
Very good.
I move is one of the federal agency, and they are doing good job, and we're looking forward for their support in setting skill ecosystem in Punjab.
Correct.
We look forward your visit to Punjab.
Right. And Marcus and also the other speakers. I would welcome you to our campus in very close to Chandigarh, 10 minutes drive from the international airport. We'll be very happy to host you. We are doing a lot of interesting research, and I think we'll be very happy to host you and explore the possibility of collaboration, how jointly we create value for the global healthcare system. And I think there's a lot we can do together. Sandeep, if you permit me, maybe I wanted to request if Jenny is there, who is from International Recruitment Manager, NHS UK. Jenny, I think I saw your name somewhere. Is it possible for you to,
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, Jenny. So what are your thoughts? First of all, I would also like you to make some comments. You did see the election results, right? And in the election results, you found Canada had 102 versus UK 36. So probably if you could throw some light on, I know you're doing a lot of good work, but a sample of 200 is not a very small number. So there you find there's a big difference between Canada and UK. UK was second. So what is your projection about your healthcare workforce demand? How you think you could collaborate, UK could collaborate with India, not just people going there, but you coming here, creating infrastructure, training people for the benefit of, if I may say, country of destination, which could be UK, and maybe they could serve also other parts of the world. Over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Jenny Padgett. Hi to everybody that's on the call today. I work for NHS Professionals in the UK, which is part of the NHS here. So we work with over 220 hospitals all over the UK and predominantly recruit registered nurses that come and work in the UK. And we have recruited or do recruit thousands of nurses every year to come and work in the UK. So I know some of you on this call did have an interest for the UK, so we'd be happy to help any of you who need some more information on that. We already work closely with quite a few organisations in India to support predominantly nurses to come to the UK, but absolutely appreciate your point about us being over there and supporting with nurses who maybe are not quite ready yet to come to the UK and might need some additional support. At the moment, the criteria for nurses is generally that they would have their diploma already, their nursing degree, and generally would have some experience post qualification as well, which obviously if we are looking at the younger workforce. For some people, you might not yet have the experience of being registered as a nurse, so that's something that we can support you with as well.
Great, yeah. I think good, some very good comment. Dr. Sandeep, I was thinking of inviting Zita. Zita is from Director QA UK. Is Zita there?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
here. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I can't see myself on the screen, but yes, good morning or good afternoon, really.
Yeah, we can see you,
you
yes.
can, brilliant. Okay, so yeah, good afternoon or good morning, depending, on the location of everybody. And I'm Dita Rester, one of the academic directors of Qualifications and Assessments International UK. And if we've got, I assume we've got some time for me to speak about 2 QAI courses, which will be offered by LAMRIN Tech School University in the near future. So currently, we are in the phase of finalizing the details as regards the rolling out of these programs. And I would like to talk about the Diploma in Nursing course first, if that's all right. So this program is designed for those who are leaning towards working in British healthcare and would either like to fulfill band 2, 3, and 4 positions in the NHS, or would like to get a taste before committing themselves to a BSc in nursing, midwifery, or health studies. The vocation-focused modules of the diploma course will provide students with knowledge and skills specific to healthcare, and so will either prepare them for jobs as healthcare assistants or will help them to become ideal candidates for access and degree programs, apprenticeships, or traineeships. The modules in question will focus on 4 main areas, such as human biology, psychology, sociology and social policy, and health studies. They will also include modules on the history of the National Health Service in the UK and on promoting well-being and building resilience. This course will also cater for those who are certain about wanting to go to college, but require some academic training beforehand. This part of the training program includes modules that focus on study, IT, and research skills. These range from the use of technology for academic study, note-taking, summarizing, paraphrasing, and referencing to planning drafts and writing assessments. Equally, those students who don't have the necessary qualifications to enter university in the UK and therefore need to complete an access course in Britain will also benefit from this diploma course, as it will give them a solid foundation for their future studies. The course will also help students to improve their English language skills, especially English for specific purposes, because it will equip them with excellent communication skills and will teach them how to deliver effective presentations. The students' English language skills will be assessed upon their enrollment on the program, will be improved during the program, and will be tested through a proficiency language test or GETS for nursing at the end of the program. To put it in a nutshell, the diploma course will allow students to develop an understanding of the skills, knowledge, roles, and responsibilities of nurses, midwives, and healthcare assistants. It will help students develop key transferable skills for the workplace, such as team working and collaborating, sourcing and utilizing evidence, and effective communication. It will teach students academic skills and knowledge necessary. Oh, sorry. I just got a message, sorry. So yes, as I said, it will teach students academic skills and knowledge necessary to progress either onto an access course or to a university level course in the UK. This will depend on the qualifications the students have prior to completing the diploma course with us. Finally, the course will allow students to improve their English language skills and evidence it through sitting a language proficiency test. Performance on the course will be assessed via written questions and answers, reports, exams, SWOT analyses, projects, worksheets, case studies, annotated diagrams, presentations, posters, and self-reflection tasks. Performance on the course, yeah, as I said, somebody says, okay, not so clear. I try to speak even clearer. To fulfill the basic entry requirements, all applicants must be at least 18 years of age, possess qualifications equivalent to GCSE levels, which is level 2, and will be at least at an intermediate level in English, which is B1. The diploma course runs over a year, exactly 40 weeks, which approximates to 9 months, And the students should expect to undertake 15 hours of supervised study and 15 hours of independent study. That's for a week. The certificate course is shorter and runs
May
over.
I, Gita, I think,
Yes.
may I request, I think if you can put some information in the chat box,
Yes,
I think
yes,
it will be good,
absolutely.
because
Yeah.
then many people can read it out. And
Okay.
because there are a couple of questions coming out here for you and for Jenny.
Okay, perfect.
Dosab, if you permit, I think we can go to some of the questions also. One of the faculty said that, the students are here, the qualified nurses. We are talking about healthcare.
Yes.
We have ANM, ANM, and BSc nursing. One
Yes.
of the faculty is writing this question that how they can, they are qualified here in India.
Yes.
What program they can do it here so as to get a job, there in UK. They don't want to go there, study more. They have already studied here. They are a qualified GNM nurse or BSc nurse. What program they can do it here while being in India so as to get be employable in United Kingdom, UK. That is, and particularly in NHS and other, hospitals. That's a
Right.
question came. So the question is for Jenny and for
Yes.
Geeta. You may, answer that question.
Well, I'm sure Jenny can answer that question. I just wanted to say that, those nurses who have got a degree in nursing, midwifery or health studies, could do the certificate course, which is especially for those people who have got a degree, but would like to kind of focus on UK specific modules to be well equipped for working in the UK. So that's a certificate course which the university will run, and that's going to improve their English language skills as well, which is obviously essential for them to gain employment in the UK. As for getting a PIN, if they don't want to do a course in the UK, then I'm sure Jenny can answer that, because there's a route, well-established route for the nurses to go to the UK. Jenny said that they will also help people with gaining experience and then go through the route of finding employment in the NHS. But just to kind of reiterate, if they want that the UK kind of specific knowledge, English language improvement, academic skills improvement, because once they register as a nurse, they will still have to maintain their registration with continuing professional development, which obviously requires academic skills. Then we will help them with that. And that's a very short course. It's only a 20-week-long course, and that's going to be run at the university.
Jenny, would you also like to comment?
Of course. So for any nurses who have already done, as you say, your BSc in nursing and you're now qualified and are looking to come and work as a nurse in the UK, you have done the sufficient training to be shortlisted for a role in the UK. Your next step on your journey would be to take an English language exam. So the two accepted exams are the IELTS or the OET. For the IELTS, you must achieve a level 7 in all areas apart from writing, which can be a 6.5, and your OET is the same, so it's B's in all areas and a C+ in your writing. Once you've achieved your English language result in the IELTS or the OET, you can then be interviewed, and that's something that I can help you with. As I say, we work with lots of hospitals all over the UK, so you could then have an interview over a Teams call with your preferred hospital. And if you are then to be offered, part of my and my team's role is to then support you on the journey to come into the UK. So you would take a CBT exam, which is a computer-based test, and you take that wherever you are in the world, you can take that. So you would take that multiple choice exam. And then my team would help you gather all your compliance documents. So we'd need references from your employers and all the normal things to start a new job, police clearances. And then me and my team would support you in arranging your flight to the UK. We'd arrange accommodation for when you land in the UK to make sure that you've got somewhere to live. We'd meet you at the airport and then really help you in that post-arrival time where you're just settling into the UK. So for anybody who's there, who's already got a registered nurse qualification, your next step is your English language.
Sandeep, I think this was really very useful. I wanted to request if we have Linda on the line, who is director of EU India Consulting from Germany. Linda, are you around? Would you like to share some of your insights? And I have also posted a couple of questions which have come up. In case you are comfortable in taking any of the 3 questions I have posted, you can also answer. And this is also for the other speakers. Any of you would like to take up any of the 3 questions? But first, over to Linda. We don't hear Linda. In that case,
Linda, are you there?
Linda is there, but I think she's muted.
Linda, are you muted?
No,
Maybe we'll move on
yeah,
to
we
Nico.
can. Nico, yeah. Then
Yeah, is Nico there? Nico Phillips? Nico, would you be there? Nico is Group Director International Activate Learning UK. Is Nico there? Nico Phillips?
I can see Nico, but Nico, we are not able to hear you. Nico, we are not able to hear your voice. He's there.
Nico, can you write on the chat? Are you able to listen
Hi,
to
can
us?
you hear me now?
Yeah. Please go ahead, Nico.
Okay, sorry, Professor Chowdhury. What was your question to me?
Yeah, the question was, we were interested in your insights. At the same time, if you have an answer to one of the participants telling that I have gone through GNM and MA Sociology.
Yeah.
That particular question that
working. If you wouldn't mind, I can share a little bit of information with you. I have a very short presentation. Sure. Would that be acceptable?
Please go ahead. Yeah.
I just need to have access to share my screen. One moment, please.
Yeah. You would have 2 minutes, okay? If Nico is taking time, Nico, are you with us?
Where is Linda? I think Linda has joined back.
Yeah, then
I'm there. I'm there. Yes.
Linda is there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah, so why not you go ahead, while Nico gets connected, you could probably share your insights.
Sorry to keep you waiting, everybody. If it's okay, I'll go ahead and share my screen.
Okay. Quick one.
I'm terribly sorry, Linda. Sorry, I just came back and saw that you were being.
No problem. No. That's not an issue. I wait. I patiently wait.
I do apologize. I'm terribly sorry about that. Can everybody see my presentation?
Not yet, but we can see you.
Okay, I'm going to get there. Just a moment. Okay. How about now?
Yeah, you are popping up. Yes, we can see.
Can you see?
Yes, exporting health care. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to keep this really brief. So I represent Activate Learning in the UK. We're one of the
and now it disappeared,
UK's
right?
largest.
It was there, but we don't see it right now. Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
No, earlier we were seeing it. Yeah.
How about here?
Yeah, now we can see
it on this screen?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Activate Learning is one of the UK's largest college groups, and we work very closely with the National Health Service and with the social care sector in the UK. We've developed a couple of programs that will support overseas healthcare workers and nurses to come to the UK. These are bridging programs. So I did have some information that I wanted to give you. I understand that time is short, but just on the context. So as you know, there is a migration and mobility partnership agreement between the UK and India that was signed off last year. You can see a photo there of our Home Secretary and the Deputy Foreign Minister for India, and then of course the Prime Ministers of the UK and India. Already since that bilateral agreement, the UK has welcomed over 53,000 students from India in higher education. And this is representative of the kind of welcome that Indian students and workers are now receiving via a variety of visa routes into the UK. So there's a student visa routes and also the new health and care visa routes that has been recently developed. So policy across education and healthcare are in alignment around the welcome to overseas healthcare professionals to come to the UK. And so we've developed two programs. One is a bridging program for nurses and one is a bridging program for care workers. And so Activate Learning is a very large college group, as I've mentioned, and I'm not go into too much detail about our provision in the UK, but we do have simulated care suites across our colleges, and these are simulations of wards in hospitals and also in the private social care sector. And these are what we would like to replicate there in LAMRIN Tech Skills University. And we have ongoing discussions about providing these programs there in Punjab. So this is what a simulated care suite, this is one we recently opened in Berkshire. And you can see on the left-hand side, there is a video system in place where each of the beds can monitor the trainees, the trainee healthcare professionals in their activities as they're learning. So I'm going to focus just for a moment on the social care sector in the UK. This is as understaffed as the National Health Service in many respects. So we do have a pipeline of overseas carers coming into the UK, taking up care worker and senior care worker roles. And for those individuals, there are opportunities to progress to management and leadership roles in the social care sector, where there is a huge problem with understaffing. So the Senior Care Workers Bridging Program has been developed. It's a short program, similar, I think, probably to one we heard about earlier on. It's a one-semester program. We're currently delivering it online, but our ambition is to deliver it face-to-face there in Punjab at the university. This program has been tailored for international healthcare workers. It's informed by the Skills for Care core and mandatory training elements. There is IELTS preparation within that program, and it can be 100% online or face-to-face. We've developed it in partnership with the Care Association Alliance and other stakeholders in the social care sector. In order to access this course, you'd need to have a UK level 3 or equivalent healthcare qualification, between 6 and 18 months of work experience in a carer capacity, and only IELTS 4.5 for the health and care visa. So running through this very quickly, at the end of the course, this leads to an interview with a social care employer in the UK. We have been successfully receiving job offers for our candidates, who are then sponsored via the health and care visa route to take up employment in the UK. The second qualification that we've developed is an international nursing bridging program, which is, I think, unique in the UK currently. I'm happy to be corrected on that. We've developed a 9-month synchronous and asynchronous online course. It's for qualified overseas nurses, those that are registered nurses in their own country. And it's about preparing to become a registered nurse in the UK. As dedicated tutors, like courses we've heard about already. It covers the occupational English test, CBT, and preparation for the OSCE practical exam. This is a course that we've developed along with colleagues from the NHS and certain large NHS trusts in our region. And so all of the elements that you would expect are covered off in this course. I'm not going to go through all of those in detail, but there's a large focus, as well as the technical aspects. There's a focus on what it is to live and work in the UK, managing nurses' expectations, cross-cultural factors and challenges, relocation, and what the recruitment process to take up employment is like. Okay, I'll stop sharing there, but I hope that was useful. I'm happy to take any questions on any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very good. That was very good. I think, it was very useful. Sandeep, I just thought we missed Linda, and then she appeared. Then she again, like magic disappeared. So if Linda, if you're around,
I'm there. I'm
we're
there.
happy to see you. Yeah, please, over to you.
Yes. So, hello everyone. Thank you for having us here. Also, I'm especially happy to be here because I have come back also to Punjab to meet Mr. Kaura and to see, of course, the wonderful nursing colleges you have in the state. And then I have gone back home with all that information to of course build this project. And now we are of course extremely happy to see that it materializes. So that's very good news. So thank you for the invitation, and thanks for all the organization and the effort which has gone to make it happen. That's good to see. All right. So I think if we have the presentation, Ash, you can just share the presentation.
Surely, I will.
Thank you. I think meanwhile, I also have the opportunity to introduce right away Mr. Heinhold. Ronald Heinhold, he presents today the Medicus GmbH. Medicus is one of our esteemed partners for the project. And Mr. Heinhold, Herr Heinhold, sind Sie da? Hallo? Herr Heinhold, sind Sie da?
Ja, jetzt bin ich da. Okay. Okay. Hallo.
So I would just like to present Mr. Heinhold also. He's from Medicus. Medicus is a group. There's an echo, I think.
Okay, all right.
You have two systems, maybe you have two close by systems.
Yes. So.
Okay, so I'm just going to introduce Mr. Heinhold. Mr. Heinhold, as I said, is from Medicus Group. It's a group who has...
So Linda will get back to you. Maybe I would invite, we'll come back to you again. I just thought, Dr. Sandeep, let's get some employer perspective. If we have Ronald from Medicus, Germany.
I would have to translate, so that's why I'm introducing him. He's not. He's not able to speak.
Professor Chandan,
English.
he's an employee from Linda's, so he doesn't know English, so he has to.
Exactly, which underlines the importance of learning the language. I think it's the best way to underline it. But I wanted to introduce him right away, and of course I will be here to translate all the questions because he would be eager to give, because we already have had this wonderful presentation from iMove, which I thought was very good, very informative. It gave a wonderful overview about how Germany is structured in the healthcare sector. And now, why don't we start with a little practical session? So Mr. Heinhold, as an employer, can answer some questions, maybe even to the students, or maybe if another participant has questions. I'd be happy to translate.
I think Linda, if I can pitch in, Dr. Saab, Linda, she came to Punjab and she brought a model for skilling the nurses here in Punjab. She was the first one to approach us in the government. And, thanks to Linda, and she has now brought a model wherein the nursing students, this is for the nurses, because many questions, Linda, coming in the chat box, that nurses who are in Punjab, who are in India, who have done BSc nursing and GNM, ANM, how can they go to Germany? So Linda has a model wherein she wants them to be trained here in India. They don't need to go to Germany for further education. Everything will be done here and they can go and do the job. So that's why she has rather requested the employers here, Dr. Saab, Professor Chandan Chaudhary. So employers from Germany are brought by Linda only. So she said the model should be that employers should be taken into confidence, and employers have buy-in for this kind of initiative. Back home in India, in Punjab, they'll be trained. Students will be trained here by Linda and her partner company
in
here
language.
in India,
Yes.
in languages, on German language or on other small technical sites. And then post certification, they'll be going directly to Germany, right, Linda?
That's
Right?
correct. Yes.
Yeah,
So
and
we would have a model where, of course, the B1 training would be done in India, as said. And now, of course, we have a wonderful partnership. This is what I would like to mention also with the Goethe Institute, where we work so closely together. May it be, of course, Thomas Gödel and others involved, who, of course, now have a program where you can also avail of sponsored language training, right? So, which is a wonderful way. It's a wonderful partnership, and that will be part of that initiative. And it means that, as Mr. Kara was pointing out, people will not only be trained in general language, B1 up to B1, but they will also receive, of course, technical training, for example, then with the partner, of course, as BSL, who is an approved partner of the Ministry of Skill Development and the government of Punjab. But in addition, also we will do special language courses, right? Where that people are well trained and well versed in the technical terms related to nursing. And this will, of course, help both sides, the employer as well as the student or the nurse to settle in well. And I brought along the employer because, that is also the time maybe to ask some practical questions. That would be a good point, because as said, the program involves the language is done in India, and then people can come as what we call assistant nurses, right? And they can have an employment contract right away and start working right away. If they have the language proficiency of B2, then they can, of course, already go into the qualification course to be a registered nurse. If they come with a language training B1, which for an assistant nurse is possible, they can alongside do their B2, and then, of course, move into qualification courses if they want to be a registered nurse. But just to say, also as an assistant nurse, it's a fully recognized employment possibility, and there's no pressure. Anyone can take its time to settle in and to work as a registered nurse as long as the person would require. Now, just to give you a background, the opportunity is in Brandenburg, more closely in the town of Cottbus. And to come back to Mr. Heinhold, he would present Medicus, which is a group which has several homes for aged citizens. It's a medical facility for aged citizens care. And of course, if there are any questions directed to Mr. Heinhold, practical questions, then I'll be ready to translate.
Yeah, Linda, let me explain. There were certain students, like you, there are some students who are not able to understand the English and they wanted us to translate. So let me just take a minute to translate them. So student chat box likh rahe ne, German, to Madam Linda is there. She is heading head ne EU India Consulting de, and ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੋ employers ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, Miss Dr. Neil, Mr. Ronald. He's from Medicus Cottbus. Cottbus is a province there in Germany.
It's a town. It's a town in Brandenburg. Exactly.
It's a town there. और ये जो town है, ਇੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਹਸਪੀਟਲਸ ਨੇ, ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਕਾਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਹੈ? GNM ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜੋ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, GNM ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਿਰਫ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਜਰਮਨ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਬਾਰੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਹੋਏਗੀ, ਔਰ ਲਿਟਲ ਬਿਟ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਏਰੀਆ ਉਹਦੀ ਬ੍ਰਸ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਰਟੀਫਿਕੇਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, B1 ਐਂਡ B2 ਸਰਟੀਫਿਕੇਟ। ਉਹ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਜਰਮਨੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਜੋ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਆਲੀਫਾਈ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਗੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਹੈ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ, ਮੈਡਮ ਲਿੰਡਾ ਕੇਮ ਐਂਡ ਮੈਟ ਅਸ ਇਨ ਦੀ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ। ਇਹ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਕਰੀਏ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਰਮਨ 'ਚ ਨਰਸਿਸ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੋਕ ਜੋ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਸਮਝ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਮਝ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੈਂਡ ਰੇਜ਼ ਕਰਨ। ਜੋ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਨੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਵੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਰਹੋ ਐਂਡ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਲੇਟ ਟੂ ਲਿੰਡਾ ਐਂਡ ਲਿੰਡਾ ਵਿਲ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਲੇਟ ਟੂ ਰੋਨਲਡ, ਡਾਕਟਰ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਰੋਨਲਡ, ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝਦੇ, ਉਹ ਜਰਮਨ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਲੇਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਟ। ਸੋ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਉਹ ਮਾਡਲ ਹੈ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਇਨ ਪੰਜਾਬ, ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਕੀ ਮਾਡਲ ਰਹੇਗਾ, ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਦੇ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ, ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਰੇਜ਼ ਯੋਰ ਹੈਂਡ ਐਂਡ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ। ਰੇਜ਼ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ, ਫਸਟ ਇਨ ਫਸਟ ਆਊਟ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ। ਲੈਟ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਲਿੰਡਾ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਰੀਏ। ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਰਾਈਟ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਮੈਡਮ। Linda, I have explained to them, so many students are now raising hand. We may pick up some questions. Dr. Saab, would you want to pick up the question right away, or should we finish up with the speaker? One speaker is left and then raise the questions. Dr. Saab, what do you say?
Yeah, Dr. Sandeep, I just thought if we request Peter Wood also, to see if Peter Wood is there,
yes,
and then maybe Dr. Neil, and then we can again take questions. Is Peter Wood there? Peter, are you there?
Neil, you can. Yeah, Peter,
Yes.
Peter, if you are there.
Yeah.
Linda,
we'd like
we
you
will
to share
pick
your
up all the
insights.
questions once Peter is through, so then we will have questions only. Linda?
Yeah, but we haven't had the, so we have the presentation then after, or how do we go about the presentation then?
You want to make a presentation first?
No, as you wish. We can also do it after. That's fine. We can also
we would
that.
probably maximum have 1 minute, Linda. We might have max one. Yeah.
No,
1 to 2 minutes we will have to.
But Linda, you are in Punjab. Are you in Punjab right now?
No, I'm not
She
in
came.
Punjab. No. I
You
came to
okay.
visit.
Next time you come, next time you come, we are close to Chandigarh. I will be happy to host. In fact,
I'd be
the
happy.
Asia Pacific's most sustainable campus is at our school. So you will find it very interesting to visit.
Thank you so much. I patiently wait and I come back, please.
Yeah.
To Mr. Wood.
Yeah.
Peter can explain, and then I think we will ask Linda to show the presentation, and then we'll go for a questions. So बच्चे जो भी questions करने ने, please wait for another 5 minutes. थोड़े सारे questions ਅਸੀਂ लवांगे. हाँ जी sir. Peter, are you there?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Kaur. And I'll keep this section very brief. I appreciate that we're a bit pressed for time here. So yeah, I mean, it's just to reiterate what was said earlier about the UK context. That the UK immigration policy has become a lot more welcoming to Indian nationals. That there's no longer any cap on skilled labour on the skilled worker route. There's no longer a requirement for UK businesses to try and recruit from within the UK before they look overseas, which has greatly facilitated the immigration of skilled Indian national skilled professionals. So I work for ECTIS, which is a provider of services to government in the UK. So we provide services around the recognition of qualifications. So primarily we help two main groups of stakeholders. The first are organizations and the second are individuals. So in the context of skilled migration from the Punjab, the way we interact with organizations, specifically with training providers, looking at how the content of their courses might align with the requirements of overseas labor markets. So we do this through benchmarking of levels of qualifications and also mapping of skills to overseas national occupational standards or professional recognition requirements. So that can help institutions who are developing courses have the assurance that those courses will be relevant in the context of the country of destination. And just because I know we have a lot of students on the line as well, it was really interesting to see in the poll before that the split of sort of areas of interest. We've heard a lot about the nursing sector. I also noticed there are a lot of pharmacists, and a lot also in the other column at the end of the graph. I posted just a few minutes ago a link in the chat to the UK Centre for Professional Qualifications. That's another agency function that ECTIS provides on behalf of the UK government, and the purpose of that agency is to offer signposting advice to professionals that want to register professionally in the UK. So you can search by regulated profession on that website, understand who you have to approach in order to achieve professional registration, and any other requirements that there might be. One thing that I will just add in relation to a point that came up earlier, which was about professional recognition within India. One sort of common thread with professional recognition in the UK, and this also applies to Canada and Australia, is that the professional bodies that regulate entry into the professions will look for individuals who are either registered already with the relevant professional body in India, or hold the qualifications that make them eligible for registration. So in the context of nursing, I know that would be qualifications approved by the Indian Nursing Council, or I mean, I know a lot of the other registration bodies within India have their list of recognized qualifications. So I would recommend that individuals are able to provide evidence of their professional registration eligibility, even if they're not registered, as part of their migration process. Like I said, I put the link to the UK CPQ, the Centre for Professional Qualifications, in the chat a few minutes ago, and I'll be happy to take any questions on the work we do.
Yes,
So it's done.
Sandeep, yeah. What will be our next step? We are just.
So we have Dr. Neil, also the employer from UK.
I
we
think,
can
yes,
hear.
Yeah.
And then
Dr.
we
Neil,
go to Linda.
I think Dr. Neil, who is medicine doctor, University Hospitals University Hospital of Northamptonshire. How do you say, Dr. Neil? Would you like to?
Can you hear me?
Over to you. Yes, over to you.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on the call today. I am an emergency medicine doctor in the NHS at the University Hospitals of Northamptonshire, is how we pronounce it. I had a presentation which I will share in the chat box for people to go through in their own time. But I thought I could just share a perspective today about working as an international graduate in the NHS and what the NHS has to offer. I think international staff are often the lifeblood of the healthcare system in the UK, and especially in nursing, where even before the pandemic, there were 50,000 unfilled spaces for nursing staff. I think the NHS and the National Health Service can provide lots of opportunities for career development and professional growth, and that's something that on the questionnaire at the beginning of the roundtable today, that people had mentioned specifically that they were looking for that opportunity for career development and career growth. And the NHS is somewhere which really offers that. I think for nursing staff alone, there are over 350 different types of roles. And I think the key difference between working as a nurse in the UK healthcare system compared to that in India is that our training, it tends to be a lot more specialized. So there's opportunities for graduates and nursing staff to specialize a lot more. My understanding is that there's a very generalist approach to training in India, but whenever you come to work in the UK, there's one of 5 routes that you can choose, whether that be midwifery, mental health nursing, adult nursing, child nursing, or community nursing. There's lots of different options which you would need to choose whenever you come to the UK. But within that, once you start working in the UK, there is a lot of support in order to help you reach your career ambitions and to develop further into more specialist nursing roles or into managerial roles in the NHS as well. Thing I would point out as working as a doctor in the NHS is one thing that I often see is that the nursing staff in the UK are encouraged to speak up and to question decisions. The nursing staff really do have a voice in the UK, which they may not have to the same degree working in India. I think that there's a lot less of a hierarchy working in the UK, which just offers nursing staff and the wider allied healthcare professions to really make a difference in patient care, and not to be subservient, but to have a real voice and an impact whenever it comes to that. And there's lots of support available for international graduates working in the UK. There's packages of pastoral support and professional development all there for you whenever you come to work in the UK. As I said, I had a presentation to share, but in the interest of time, I'll not talk through it all now, but what I will do is share that in the group chat afterwards. And there's lots of information there about the recruitment process in the UK and some of the benefits that there are to working in the NHS as well. So I'll leave it there.
Okay, Dr. Neil, I just want to tell you that we have heard a lot of good stuff about some of the processes and policies you are developing for attracting workforce, good quality workforce in the healthcare sector. So I think, in recent period, UK has taken a lot of initiatives, which many other countries can probably benchmark.
Yeah, there's lots of initiatives to help with I think one of the key things whenever we're recruiting international workforce is that induction package, helping our international graduates to really embed into the local community, to have a proper induction package to make sure that they're fit and ready to work in a safe way. So in each trust, you will apply to work directly for a trust area in the UK. And whenever you do that, there will be practice development staff, and there will be people specifically in charge of international nurses who are there to offer both the pastoral support, advice on finances, visa advice, and everything. So there really is a full package there for people who want to come and work in the NHS from abroad.
Thank you so much. Dr. Sandeep, what should be our next step? One, you have to take a few questions, and then Linda.
सर एक बच्चों ਦੇ क्वेश्चंस आ रहे ਸੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜੋ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਟਰਮ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਟਰਮ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਡੋਂਟ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਪੁੱਛਨੇ ਨੇ ਨਵਨੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਪੁੱਛ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਨਾਟ ਫॉर ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਟਰਮ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਦਿਸ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਇਜ਼ ਫॉर ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਟਰਮ ਕੋਰਸਿਸ ਤਾਈਓ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਟਰਮ ਕੋਰਸ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਕੀ ਡਿਊਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਲਿਖੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਮੀਡੀਏਟਲੀ ਸਿੰਪਲੀ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਸੁਨੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਨਵਨੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੋਸਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੁਕ ਜਾਓ ਨਾ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਸ਼ਡਿਊਲ ਹੈ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ ਲੀਵ ਦੀ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਸੇਵ ਯੋਰ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੁਣੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਆ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਟਰਮ ਕੋਰਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਅੰਡਰ PMKVY ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਅੰਦਾਜ਼ਾ ਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਸੋ ਆਸਕ ਦੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਹੁਣੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਸ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੇ ਬੁਲਾਉਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੇ ਜਸਟ ਵੇਟ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਸ ਰੱਖੋ ਸਪੀਕਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੋਲ ਲੈਣ ਦਿਓ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜਸਟ ਵੇਟ ਫॉर 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਮੋਰ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਰ ਓਵਰ ਟੂ ਲਿੰਡਾ देयर वाज lot of questions student want to ask I think we should go for Linda if you can quickly you want to say
I'm there.
Linda what you say aap kariye so that because many students want to ask questions so बच्चे थोड़े जो हो रहे हैं कि we are not answering their questions so let us answer there but you want to say something you want to show just take 2 minutes sir 2-3 minutes kare let us
not more than 2 minutes I think we should listen to the students so that we know what they want to know right
that's very important Linda you want to say something
yes I mean we can also directly answer the question or I can just briefly, just very quickly run through the presentation to just give them already a background on the program. Just, maybe that will already answer some of their question. That might.
Regarding your model, I have already explained in a brief to the students. I have already briefed, like you said, you will train people in Punjab. And then they'll be undergoing B1, B2 certification, German language. I have already informed them. So that part is already there. Maybe what we may do, there may be a special session for the students who want to go to Germany. We may keep a special presentation. Arun, what do you say?
I think that is making sense because once we are going to have shortlisted candidates specifically, destined for Germany. I think that will have a wonderful session ahead. So
perfect. I'm perfectly fine with that. in any case, as we have an employer, we should jump into the practicalities of the project. That's a good thing.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
We must ask, questions from employer, because that kind of opportunity we never get.
We will never get it. That's why I said, because students want to ask those questions, and let them ask those questions. Dr. Saab, what do you say?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Yes. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Let's pick up some questions from some students.
I will just check if Mr. Heinold is there. Mr. Heinold, sind Sie da?
Yes. Yeah, Dr. Sandeep, you can drive some questions.
Yeah, Japnoor, I can see Japnoor Singh. Japnoor Singh, are you there? Japnoor Singh, you have first raised your hand. Japnoor Singh, आप कहना चाहते हो? Japnoor Singh, Surjit Kaur, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Surjit Kaur, Japnoor Singh, Navjot Singh. Sir, can they unmute themselves? I think they are not able to answer.
Yeah, they can unmute.
Okay. Japnoor.
Just one thing I would just like to pick up right away, because in the chat box, I saw a lot of GDA candidates.
Yes, GDA and
And the question related to assistant nursing, just to answer those questions briefly, also to address those students. They have two possibilities, okay? GDA students have two possibilities. Either they can come for the 3 years course, right, to be a fully registered nurse in Germany. It's a 3 years training course, or they can come as an assistant nurse, right, and join within the assistant nurse status and have direct appointment. Those are the two options. But of course, as a GDA, unlike GNM, it won't be recognized for the qualification courses to be a registered nurse directly, okay, just to make that point. But they can come as fully recognized assistant nurses, Helfer, Pflegehelfer, assistant nurses, how we call it, right? In, for example, mainly in medical facilities for aged citizens, right? So just to answer those questions, if you want to be a fully registered nurse, you need minimum a GNM.
Linda, what their question is that they have just put them. Please put everybody on mute. Put everybody on mute.
सर PMKVY और फ्रंटलाइन हेल्थ
कौन बोल रहा है अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दो पहले जी बोलो
अपना नाम दसो
मैं म्यूट करता हूँ जी मेरा नाम प्रेम सिंह है मैं फिरोजपुर पंजाब से बोल रहा हूँ सर
जी बोलिए जी
बोलो
हाँ जी सर मैं कहना चाहता था जिन्होंने PMKVY योजना फ्रंटलाइन हेल्थ केयर वर्कर का कोर्स किया हुआ है और जहाँ डी फार्मेसी इन आयुर्वेदिक में की हुई है वो किस तरह बाहर जा सकते हैं और क्या वर्क कर सकते हैं सर
Okay, Linda, I can explain the question in English. Students said that the students who have done PMKVY course. PMKVY course is a short-term course, which is done by Ministry of Skill Development, right? This is for 3 months, specially designed for COVID-related points. And also the one who have done some Ayurvedic degree. How can they go to Germany or other countries? Other employees are also there. So what are their points? They are short-term programs. That is not long-term.
For these students, I would recommend to join our language program, right? Which we have running with PSL to be trained in the German language, and then of course they are rather eligible to do the full-fledged 3 years nursing college in Germany, right? Because Ayurvedic medicine wouldn't be pre-recognized, right? They wouldn't get any part recognition to join any qualification courses to become a registered nurse. So here, what would be necessary is the 3 years training course. But really good news on the 3 years courses that you receive a monthly stipend, right? So, and now this monthly stipend has been greatly raised, right? I mean, it's incredible. As Mr. Kara was saying, healthcare priorities were rethought with the pandemic. And of course, we have also, as the presentation of iMove has pointed out, restructured our training program for nurses, right? So that means now part is paid of the employer, part of the state. So you will have stipends in the first year starting from 950 euro, right? So you don't need a blocked account anymore. So anyone who would like to come for a 3 years course, which would be for those people who have received those short-term technical courses, then you can consider your course fully paid because you get that stipend which covers all your living expenses, right? So this would be an option for those students.
Sure, लिंडा ने जो एक्सप्लेन किया है बच्चों के लिए वो ये है कि जो बच्चों ने शॉर्ट टर्म प्रोग्राम किया है वो एक 3 ईयर प्रोग्राम जो थे एनरोल होंगे पर उन्होंने उत्थे स्टाइफेंड मिल जाया करेगा जिदे नाल वो अपनी स्टडी नू कवर कर सकते हैं सो दैट उन्होंने कोई ज्यादा अपने कोलों पे ना करना पए सो दैट इज फॉर अ 3 साल का प्रोग्राम जिहड़े जीडीए कोर्सेस कीते हैं जिन्होंने जीएनएम किया है ANM कीता है उन्होंने और BSc कीती है उन्होंने कोई फर्दर कोर्स करने की लोड़ नहीं है
No, ANM is already different. Excuse me, Mr. Kara. ANM is already different. I'm just talking, you know, if someone has just received
what Linda, I got your Linda, I'm explaining what you said in Punjabi to them. I understand your point. So what they wanted was that GDA course require that, but for a GNM or BSc, they don't need to spend 3 years there. I know.
They don't need to spend.
That is what I am explaining them in their language. They want me to translate in Punjabi. So that was a point. But I would also request Nico if he's there, Nico and from NHS, you know, there are some courses, some short-term like, you know, maybe like elderly care, you know, or workers you require. So these students who have done these programs, short-term program, how can they go to UK for an elderly care? Linda, even for elderly care, you know,
where that's what I'm trying to say. ANM is a different category. They don't have to do a 3 years course, right? I'm just talking about the very short-term programs from the Ministry of State. I'm not talking about ANM. And ANM can also come as an assistant nurse. They don't have to do a 3-year program. But in that case, of course, they can't further qualify. They would only have the status of assistant nurse, okay? Not the status of a registered nurse.
Yeah, Nico, you want to say something? Nico, for a short-term program?
Sure. Well, first of all, that sounds like a fantastic initiative in Germany that Linda's talked through. It sounds really brilliant to have that stipend. So I would urge anybody who looks at Germany as an option to follow up with that. It's a very simple process to come to work as a healthcare assistant in the UK. It's a very short course and it's cheap. It costs just £500 as an online course. It takes 1 month. And from that, you'll gain employment in the social care sector as a healthcare assistant or senior care assistant through Activate Learning. So do contact me. I'll leave my details in the chat, and also, like Neil, I'll leave my presentation in the chat. So just to recap, 1 month online course can lead to sponsorship for employment in the UK. So when you arrive off the plane in the UK, you go directly into work and you are earning a salary from day one. And so the salary benchmark is around £19,000 a year, £20,000 a year, depending on the level of care assistant that you join at. Then just going back to the nurse bridging program, this is a different proposition because this is about gaining equivalency to become a registered nurse in the UK and to receive your NMC PIN, which I know you're familiar with. And this program really is about the occupational English test standard and preparing to take the OSCE practical examination in the UK. And this is a program that we've developed in partnership with the National Health Service. So both of those options exist. One is very short, just 1 month long. And the other one is a longer program, 6 months long. But obviously the benefits of becoming a nurse in the UK are far greater. and you can
Got
join the UK at a band
Yes.
5.
Yeah, Nico, I think let me students ਜੋ ਬੱਚੇ UK ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ elderly health care workforce ਲਈ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕੋਈ ਛੋਟਾ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ but I would request Nico that online program directly should not be offered. Plan something for Punjab. That, like Linda said, this program, that is what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Dr. Sandeep and I are working very closely. I was in Chandigarh.
That is what I say. Yeah, that is what I want to say, because here these students, this is a forum where we have invited these students. The prime focus is that we should do everything here. What you are already doing, that
totally
is separate.
agree.
Yeah, but let us do something
But
here.
what we aim to do is to transplant the course that we currently have into the LAMRIN Tech Skills University.
Yeah,
so
that is what I say.